What's going on, YouTube? L Show with some old videos for that ass. And speaking of that ass, thong ass. Sorry. Anyways, video that we are watching today. Top 10 videos that'll 1000% creep you out. Yeah, 1000% creep you out. All right, let's go. Let's check this out. And away we go.
Have you ever been 10% creeped out? How about 100%? Well, hold on to your bootstraps because you're about to be 1000% creeped out after watching these top 10 scary videos. Number 10, 3 intruders. On occasion, the mere presence of a camera can prevent a potential horrifying event. Published by Birmingham Mail in May of 2021, this disturbing footage reveals how security cameras can save your life. The video was captured in Great Bar in the UK at nearly 1 in the morning. 3 masked men are seen approaching the home, which has a BMW in the driveway. One of the men goes straight to the security light bulb hanging there, perhaps to unscrew it so they can ambush the homeowners in the dark, but they quickly realize they're on candid camera as one of them approaches the door and notices the doorbell cam.
Why didn't you park the car in the garage? You don't park a nice car outside unless you're leaving.
He quickly turns around and quietly alerts one of the other would-be bandits, the one interfering with the light. The third guy, who appears to be distractedly peering into a window, bolts off after them when he realizes they're ditching this target, although nothing material-wise was taken. The incident left the home's residents a bit rattled. Birmingham Mail reported one of the residents as saying, "I'm angry more than anything. It's frustrating that you can't buy nice things without having to spend double for security. We already have 4 cameras and a dog." The men's approach didn't provoke barking. Seems like the dog wasn't on duty this fateful night. Number 9, paranormal activity for real.
Need a new dog.
When your house is this haunted, it's probably time to stick a for sale sign on the front lawn.
What the? Shut up.
Published by Lainey and Ben and originally published to TikTok. This clip will make you double check you've locked your door. The shot opens on a door. The couple are in their apartment and the handle of the door is being jiggled. Even as Lainey captures this from far back, you can hear the squeaky jingling of the door handle. When she approaches, you can see it too, and then whatever is trying to get in manages to turn the knob. The door handle is forced down and the door swings ajar. Ben hurries towards the doorway and flings it fully open, rounding the corner to look up the stairs as no one is standing.
My man. He just walks up to that. Who the fuck is this? That's what it's like. Oh man, I wish a motherfucker would fuck around and see what happens. That's his.
Standing there on the landing. Despite getting there quickly, there isn't anyone on the stairs or upstairs either.
Shut up.
See him? Yeah, that's that fuck around and see what happens. Like, if I catch you, and he's like, oh shit, that might actually be a ghost.
As they're standing there, a shadow falls over the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if it's just the phone's camera adjusting to the lighting, or if something is casting the shadow, something invisible to the human eye. As Grizzly Pete points out in the comments, at the beginning of the video, you can see light all the way across under the door. No feet are casting shadows, so it's clear no one is standing on the other.
Well, I mean, you could stand on the corner and reach around. I mean, not reach round, like retch round. You know what I mean? Like reach to the side as I can see all the way over here, and open the door, jiggle, and then throw it open, and then run upstairs. But I mean, that's some technical shit for some ghost story.
Side. Would you stay in this creepy haunted house?
Fuck
Me
no.
neither. Number 8.
Stupid.
Whispering voice.
Stupid question.
You know how it is when you're hard at work and a ghostly tenant decides to bother you. Posted to r/ghosts subreddit by Wise Paint. The Redditor explains that his dad recorded himself with his phone while working on a radiator at a hotel to show the family back home what he's doing as he's working with his back to the camera. A minute into the video, a woman's harsh voice whispers. Although you can definitely make out that it's a woman's voice, it's unclear what she's saying and could very well be another language. In fact, some in the comments suggest that the woman is speaking Spanish and said the name Esteban. The Redditor clarifies that this is not, in fact, his father's name. A second later, the man's phone falls over, or is it pushed over? While the Redditor wonders if it's just a voice from the next room, many in the comments say it does distinctly sound like it's in his room and very near. So the question remains, who is Esteban? And why is this ghost addressing tradesmen this way? Perhaps she passed away waiting for Esteban to come fix her AC unit. Number 7. Haunted apartment. You might want to insure yourself before entering this decrepit haunted apartment. YouTuber Simply Seraph published this disturbing clip in May of 2021 as Seraph is touring the haunted apartment, which is covered in broken glass and chipped walls. He enters one room and then swings around.
I think we've seen this one.
This is where he captures something strange in the room beyond. On closer inspection, it looks like
Probably him.
the face of a demon. Shortly after, as he and his friend are standing still in the darkness,
Standing still in the darkness. Yo, hey, we're in this random house. Turn your lights off. Let's make it creepy.
horrifying noise starts to sound in the night sky. It sounds like the roar of a ferocious creature, followed by a strange gurgling.
Something's just choking. Big ass cat outside.
You can
That sounds familiar for some reason.
also hear the distant voices of either children or a woman talking and laughing. While the latter can maybe be explained, like perhaps this apartment is located near occupied buildings, the former is harder to.
I think I heard that shit on some, like a zoo. Like hippos. When they make them sound like a roar. Let's see here. I've seen this guy before. Yeah, let's go 6.
Some haunted houses are not haunted enough for our liking. This isn't one of them. Published in May of 2021 by Mindseed TV. This is what happens when you explore an insanely haunted place. When the paranormal team pulled up to the rural house in the middle of nowhere, they found headstones out front. The owners of this house were buried right on the property. Are their spirits still here? That's what the team set out to
Probably.
investigate. After exploring the house and trying to
Looks like a nice house. How is everybody dead? Like, how is this nice house in the middle of nowhere?
communicate with spirits via a Ouija board, the team's creepometer has had enough. As they're in the process of leaving the place, Casey heads to grab the static cam in the hallway, and that's when this happens. A chair behind him in the other room flies backward, scooting across the floor. The other guys had already gone upstairs. They're seen on the video heading up, passing in front of the static cam. But over Casey's shoulder, someone or something must have been lurking. Casey said he heard the movement behind him, but didn't see it with his own eyes. That is, until he watched the video back. Imagine finding out later that you were a step away from being harmed by a poltergeist. Number 5.
He moved the chair. Come on.
Peekaboo Phantom. Come out and play. Published in April of 2021 by Real Ghost. It's just a normal breezy day in the neighborhood when this phantom decides to.
That's a good picture. I mean, it's a grayscale picture, but it looks like it has some good detail.
Make it a bit too abnormal. The Phantom appears as a transparent white fuzz. On 3 occasions throughout this clip, the Phantom figure appears and then disappears. The first time, the figure emerges on the left-hand side amongst some trees. The second time he shows up, he's floating in front of these 2 wooden planks. He disappears again before re-emerging here in front of this tree. Is this the ghost of a child playing peekaboo with the living? Let's just hope his games don't end with kicking the bucket. Number 4. Haunted Ghost Tunnel. Meriton Tunnel, aka the Blue Ghost Tunnel, has a scary history. During its construction and its use near Niagara, Ontario, over 100 passings have occurred. 107 men are said to have passed away while building the tunnel and canal. It opened in the late 19th century, and not long after, a boy passed away under a rock near the tunnel. Only a few decades later, near the tunnel head, 2 engines collided, taking the lives of the firemen of both trains. All of these lost souls are lingering here. At least that's what those who enter the tunnel believe. This video was published originally in March of 2020 on YouTuber Dan Seedrin's channel. Dan explains that he and his crew are heading to Meriton Tunnel to investigate its haunting nature, and they discovered that the rumors are true. Heading out in the dark of night, the group arrives at the tunnel, which is heavily graffitied. Before they even enter, they hear something as they're standing at the tunnel's entrance. It does indeed sound like wet footsteps in the depths of the tunnel, but it could also just be water dripping from a leaky pipe.
Oh, okay.
I heard something.
Water.
They walk deeper and deeper into the belly of the beast. At one point, the group turns off their flashlights and the tunnel is blanketed.
Oh, why? Why? Let's turn all lights off. You know what? Let's bring a chainsaw also. Just leave it here. Nobody will grab it and try to kill us later. Don't worry about it. Turn all lights off in a fucking creepy cave. Yeah. That's the shit movies don't even put in because it's so stupid. Just turn all lights off randomly. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, just don't worry about it.
In darkness, at that moment, an EVP is heard. It seems to whisper, "Get out," twice.
10 seconds. Okay. 1.
At this point, they decide to heed the entity's advice, and they do get out. That's probably for the best, because everyone knows if you don't listen to blue ghosts, they turn you blue too. Number 3, Scary Symphony in the Woods. You're walking through the woods when you hear this alarming symphony of noises.
Like a hum of a transformer.
Published by The Power of Shaolin in March of 2012, something on this nature walk is singing the back catalog of a horror soundtrack. The shot captures the surrounding woods, which appear to be far from anything. In the background, you can hear what sounds like vehicles passing by on a highway. But what exactly is creating this steady, high-pitched hum?
Siren?
About halfway through the video, the hum decelerates, almost sounding like a plane landing, after which the sound simply disappears.
It did disappear pretty quickly.
Well, it could very well be that an airport lies somewhere out of sight. A UFO landing wouldn't be out of the question in the middle of these woods. Number 2,
UFO?
mysterious sound. The police in Salt Lake City received dozens of calls from concerned residents when this creepy sound woke them from their deep sleep. Published by Inside Edition in May of 2021, a doorbell cam caught the mysterious sound at 5 in the morning. The residents of Mill Creek neighborhood, near the Grandeur Peak trailhead, were kept up by this strange repetitive whooshing sound, posted to social media by one of the residents who wrote that the sound filled the entire neighborhood and must have been 80 to 90 decibels. Many posted their own theories as to what the sound might be. Some thought it could be a dog bark, others an owl, but stranger theories suggested a mongoose, a windmill, or a parked unidentified flying object. The sound was so persistent that some residents phoned up emergency services. They were so alarmed. The closest theory to reality was that the sound came from some sort of rope rubbing against something in the wind. The source of the sound was reported by the police to be slackline. Slackline is a nylon rope used for tightrope walking. It was tied between 2 trees on private property and was being whipped back and forth by the morning's strong winds, apparently making the strange sound. Although the answer was not so terrifying as the mystery suggested, we do wonder who is tightrope walking out here and why. I've got a challenge for you.
Who is out here tightrope walking? And why? Yeah, fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. Number 1.
Forest fiend. Watch this creepy video.
What?
You'll never enter the forest again. Posted to
Don't
TikTok.
say that. Don't say that. I've been thinking of starting to like in the camp. Now you can't. You just scare me out of the forest, motherfucker. That's not even funny.
According to the timestamp, this clip was originally recorded in November of 2006 at around 1 in the morning. The footage is shot at night in a forested area. 2 Spanish speakers.
That is true. Why the fuck are they out at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like 2000.
Speaking dudes are walking, and they capture something in the darkness that you'll want to burn out of your eyes. In the distance, a stark bony figure is crouched, bent over amongst the brush. At first still, the figure suddenly turns its head and its eyes flash on camera.
Motherfucking Rumpelstiltskin.
The men take this as their cue to leave. What is this creepy cryptid? Theories in the comments range from Harry Potter's Dobby
Harry Potter's Dobby
to a fallen
What the fuck is that guy? That's like a gargoyle?
angel.
See? I ain't going to the woods now. Motherfuckers. See, now I'm gonna be. Even if I did, I'd be that person to get an extra tent outside of my tent. I mean, in the middle of my tent with weapons to make sure nothing's outside of my tent so I don't shoot through the tent. Son of a bitch.
Some think it's the creature often referred to as the Rake, others a shapeshifter, or could it be like another TikToker suggests, just Bob? Honestly, we don't want to stick around to find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Warning before.
Yeah. So, we don't know. But, that's the end of the videos. 1000% creep you out. Kinda did. Not gonna lie. But, that's what you gotta, I mean, I don't wanna go to Niagara Falls no more. At least that place that's scary. and then the rest of that shit looked kind of fake. But that guy on the last end, I don't know. He has a creepy ass person out in the woods where they're doing this shit on purpose. That's just a creepy ass thing out in the woods, like a shapeshifter or whatever they call them. But we don't know. They ran. They ran. They were cowards. They ran. I would run too. Just saying. But comment down below. Let me know if you like this. Want to see some more? Want to see something else? I'm trying to figure out how to put together my own little minutia of videos that we can watch for this, but nothing yet. So, till then, I'll start show. And I'm out this bitch. Peace, peace.